To start, count the boxes in your pattern horizontally and vertically, then start chaining. For the foundation chain, you need one more chain for your pattern. Then start. So I made 2 of these, and one of them is made by 17 chains and others is made by 16 chains. The 17 chain is more neater and the pattern is in the middle of our project, and we have the same space on the 2 sides or the both sides in the background. But in the 16 chain, the pattern is not in the middle of our project and we haven't the same space for the background. It is why you need one more chain for your pattern. My pattern has 16 boxes horizontally, so I will chain 17. Do a slip knot like this. For chaining, hook under the yarn, then pull up the loop. Don't make it too tight, then you can't single crochet. Chain until you reach the amount you need. Chain one more. Now you did your foundation chain. We are going to single crochet all the chains we've done. Insert the hook, the chain next to it like this. Grab the yarn, pull through loops, then you have 2 loops. Again, grab yarn, pull through 2 loops. You did your single crochet. Again, grab the yarn, pull the loop, you have 2 loops. Grab yarn and pull through 2 loops. Do it until the last chain, and then again chain 1, turn your work and do it until the row you want, the boxes you want, I mean. Now we did our first row of the pattern. So chain 1, turn your work and do single crochet all the chains you've made. Okay, single crochet into the whole chain or stitch. Single crochet into the chain next to the returning chain until the end of your chains. When you reach the last chain, you should do chain 1, turn your work and do it until the rows you want. I did total of 21 rows instead of 16 rows because I want to turn this into a pouch. It's up to you how many rows you want to do. Now it's time to learn how to count the stitches and cross the stitch on them. It's important on which side you are going to count and cross stitches. So at first you have to find the right side. When your tail is on your left side, is the right side you are going to do your work and cross the stitch. At the last row you should fasten off. For that, chain 1 and cut the yarn, then weave the ends. Now to count the stitches, we have 2 rows, 2 shape of stitches here, the Y's and the reverse Y's. This is the Y's and this is the reverse Y. You should know each one of these Y's or the reverse Y's are 1 box or 1 stitch in your pattern and in your single crochet. So this is the row 1, this is the row 2. The Y's row, the reverse Y rows. So you should cover these Y's and the reverse Y's to do the cross stitch on single crochet piece. Every stitch has 4 holes around them and you should insert the needle into them. Like, look at the holes. You should insert the needle into them, not into the stitches. Grab the needle and the color you want to start with. Make a knot. Leave a little tail for doing the cross stitch. Always count the stitches from the left side of your work or your pattern. I need to skip 5 boxes and I will add 1 boxes more. So here we are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the 7, we are going to cross stitching. Bring the needle under your work, then into the bottom hole of the 7th stitch. Now we are going to cover the 7th stitch. So we diagonally insert the needle into the top hole of the stitch. Holes are near to the stitches and you can easily find them. So now we made our first side of cross. We're gonna repeat this again on the same direction to cover the stitch completely. You can finish the cross here, but I personally recommend to do the rows and first do it left to right, after that right to left to make a complete stitch. If you need to change the color, you can leave the tail and bring new yarn, make a knot and do your cross stitch, but I'm going to first finish the red color, then go for the yellow one. So I'm going to cover the 8th stitch diagonally, cross stitching, needle under the work, then on. I repeat it 2 times to fully cover the stitch. I'm going to skip the 1 stitch, then work on the 10th stitch. Repeat that thing again. Cover the 10th, cross stitching, left to the right, the bottom hole to the top hole diagonally. Please make sure you are going to insert the needle into the holes, not into the stitches, and just keep looking at the stitches and their shape or their look. I don't know how I can say it. Please do not pull the yarn too tight. If you can see the holes, stretch the crochet piece. Now it's time to do other half of the cross to complete the stitches. Needle under the work, then diagonally into the top hole and repeat it 2 times, and the holes are the same. We worked on them. Don't worry about it. It's their holes and the holes are the same. Here I did the row 1, now into the next row. We have 2 colors, yellow and red. I'm going to do the yellow, then the red. You can separate them or just doing it one by one, half stitches, half stitch or half cross, or complete stitch or complete cross. For the next round, I should skip 4 boxes, so I add 1 more box, then work on the 6th box. I am going to do the complete cross stitch, then go for the yellow stitches or boxes. It's up to you how you want to do it. I prefer doing this. You can do all the same color, then do the other color. It doesn't have any rules to doing this. Do the cross stitching however you want. It doesn't have any rules. I prefer to do the red then the yellow. And in the back of the work, the tails, you should knot the tails together and leave them alone. Reminder, their foundation is 16 by 16 and the pattern is not in the middle of the work, but this is 17 by 16, so the work is in the middle. And my cute apple, I'm so happy with it. It turns out so good. I love them.